Welcome back to Missouri River Bottom. I'm BP, and after many years away, we've returned to reclaim our home farm and build the cattle ranch of our dreams. We are back. It is still the afternoon of day one. Got the Harley raking done and have a ton of yard space ready to go. Dumped our gravel out over here. Gonna use that to lay down the pad. Just gonna top coat it, nice light top coat. This will settle down. Looks pretty dirt right now, but that's just because it's turned. With a wash and some driving, it will settle in and go from there. So time to jump into the cat. And let's get in here and go grab some dirt. I'm going to put this, or go to grab some gravel. I'm going to put this on a time lapse for you guys, but we are going to get this section of the yard all done and ready to go. So enjoy the time lapse. I'll see you when we're done.
Now I'm heading back to River Bottom. Shimmer on the road, dusty fields with silent pivots. Another man's dream, not mine. I can smell the river mud, summer swimming in the creek, late nights watching stars. Missouri's where I'm from, been gone too long. Went through the corn, I miss that sweet summer song. Down in River Bottom is where I started. Been gone too long, made my stack time and again. Now I'm heading back to River Bottom. Cross the line, Missouri's here at last. Just a few short till I'm home. It's where it all started, but that's gone. What we built must rise again. Missouri's where I'm from, been gone too long. Went through the corn, I miss that sweet summer song. Down in River Bottom is where I started. Been gone too long, made my stack time and again. Now I'm heading back to River Bottom. From the wreckage we must rebuild. Another's plight is our return. It won't come easy, but home is home. Through sweat and toil we will rebuild, form a glory surpassed. New era shall begin. Missouri's where I'm from, but been gone too long. Went through the corn, I miss that sweet summer song. Down in River Bottom is where I started. Been gone too long, made my stack time and again. Now I'm heading back to River Bottom. This is the new cattle ranch, with 1,000 head, nothing less. We learn the ropes and know the tricks. We'll build it bigger, we'll build it better. The cattle ranch, no one's seen, except in my dreams, will come to life. Missouri's where I'm from, been gone too long. Went through the corn, I miss that sweet summer song. Down in River Bottom is where I started. Been gone too long, made my stack time and again. Now I'm heading back to River Bottom. Back to River Bottom.
it is incredible how much of a difference that made. Getting those weeds ground down with the mulcher and the brush hog, getting the rockhound, the Harley rake out here and getting the top layer turned, and then doing a light top coat with some loose gravel has made a huge difference in the yard already. Now, don't get me wrong, there's all this junk and trash and yeah, I mean, all the weeds over here still have to be dealt with. We got to clean everything up. That's going to take time. But we have a functional yard, which is just absolutely incredible. So I was thinking about what I want to do next, and what I really want to do is take our big mower, the brush hog mower, out into the field and start cutting grass, getting hay, and maybe even some silage figured out so we can get some cattle real quick and in a hurry here. That being said, we don't have a source of straw. The only straw we have available to us is going to be off of that wheat field. And I think we have to figure out the harvester situation today, guys. I'm not thrilled about it. It's not what I want to do the rest of today, but it is sort of what has to happen. If we want to have straw, we don't own a baler yet or anything, but if we get the wheat harvested, we can... Truck looks good over there, guys. So happy to have it on the farm with us. But if we get the wheat harvested, then we can pick up the straw later. So I think we're taking the rental trailer back for right now. And I think we are going to spend a lot of money. Getting a harvester is not only going to be a lot of money, the header with it is going to be expensive. We're going to have to get a much bigger truck than this to get it hauled back to the property. We're going to need a much bigger truck to haul stuff to and from the property and get all this equipment and pull a cattle trailer as well. So, you know, we came in with a whole bunch of money, you know, $2.9 million. And I think real quick here, we are going to see a lot of that disappear. Have to be a little bit careful. You know, we don't have any income sources yet. And I think the list of things that are going to cost us money is going to be extensive, might be an adequate word. I certainly haven't reached the bottom of the list yet, just been adding things to it as I see it, and it seems like we are just still at the stage of building the list instead of completing anything on the list. So, yeah, I think we need to be a bit careful just to make sure that we're getting the right equipment and not spending all of our money. And so I've been really hesitant to pick up a harvester. I even considered leasing one, which, you know, may not be a bad idea, but we're also going to need a harvester. The corn is also, you know, going to be ready in a couple of days, so we're going to need a harvester for the corn field we have. We haven't even gone down and visited that yet. We probably should take a trip down there and go see it. So, yeah, I think it's time to start dropping a lot of money at the dealer. I'd like to pick some stuff up used, and I'm totally fine doing that, but I think right now, because of the time-sensitive nature of that corn or that wheat being ready to harvest, I think we're going to have to buy something. I just can't see leasing a harvester and then needing it again in a couple months. I mean, yeah, sure, it would be better for a little bit, but it's going to be 10 or 15 grand we're just going to have to spend again anyways. So let's head into the dealership and yeah, let's see what they've got. They definitely have some deers and some case harvesters on the lot. I think they have a couple other things around back. We'll have to go take a look. And guys, in case you're wondering, that is the animal dealer. We will be visiting that a lot. So now that we know where it is, be ready. We're going to see it. So, okay. Let's get the parking brake on. Let's pop on out. And let's head into the dealership. And I'll be back with you guys when I have spent a whole bunch of money. If spending money was the goal, we did it. Over $1 million in equipment purchased. Picked up a couple of things. Got this nice Can-Am Commander for running around. Figured that'll be good to take down to the cornfield later tonight. The big 19.2 meter Draper header, the Case AF11. We have a low boy here that folds down and a W900 tri-axle heavy hauler. So we are in good shape when it comes to our equipment. So let's get loaded up and let's get back to the farm so we can get to harvesting. First things first, let's get the trailer flattened out. Could have gone with a traditional lowboy with a detachable front neck, but wanted to try something a little bit different, so we got this, and I'm intrigued to see how it works. So we're going to get into the case, get loaded up, get the truck on here. My goal, got a rear panel open, got to go check on that. Was looking at things, I must have forgot to close it, so don't want the ladder hanging open and getting damaged. But as I was saying, want to get everything on the trailer going. I'm hoping to get the case on the trailer, the truck on the trailer, and maybe even the Can-Am, and then we'll have to drive the truck back here to get the header driven back. The header is obviously not going to fit on the trailer in any regard, and also we can't tow it behind it, so we'll have to make a couple of trips to get our equipment down there, but that's just part of getting the farm set up, and just, you know, that's to be expected at this juncture. So let's stay, man, we are every bit as wide as the trailer. We're going to get this guy, oh, don't roll back on me, right there to the end, and get the parking brake on, and go ahead and get that on there. We are going to throw a chain on this thing right off the rip. No point in making that difficult. Now, as far as getting the truck on there, should be fairly easy. Even with the super single conversion we did on the rear duals, we are still not nearly as wide as the trailers, so this should be a quick, easy load for us. Is making it quite obvious how dirty all of our equipment is compared to the new stuff. It looks so nice and shiny and new, and we are dusty and dingy from being on the road, but we'll have to get a wash put in at the shop once we get going. Alright, let's get backed on here. Nice and easy. As long as we're relatively close on this edge, we will be fine on the other edge. So let's get squared up on here and slide on back. Key is going to be getting it as far back as we can. There we go. We just made it off the neck. Now let's see. Yeah, we are right up against it. I think we actually are going to want to come. Do we want to come a little further forward? I don't know, that's going to be tough with the neck. I think we want to pull up just a little bit. That might have been too far. Yeah, we got a little extra room. Don't know if the Can-Am will fit on there. Let's leave it there and see what happens. Go ahead, get the parking brake on, get it turned off. Maybe we get the Can-Am on this trip, maybe we don't. I have ideas in my head of maybe putting it across the trailer because it's a little bit long. So, could be a bit of a challenge. Let's see what we can get into here. Yeah, I think it's going to be too long to back on in front of the truck. I'm sort of hoping we can get, like, maybe we can get this. I don't know, guys. I think this may have to be a separate trip. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be adequate there, guys. Yeah, we are not. We are not on. All right, now the question is, do we have enough ground clearance to potentially, could we back it across? It will climb up. I don't think it will. I think the trailer's going to be too tall, but we will try and see if we can get it to just climb a little bit. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. Okay. So far, so good. All right, now we got to get sort of, let's get a lean and a look. Watch that rear tire. I think the fronts are having a hard time climbing. Yep, the front's having a hard time climbing. Oh, there it is. Don't overdo it. Oh, guys, we nailed it. Look at that. Could not have gone better if we tried. I want to pull just a touch. That's it. Just a touch forward, get it turned off. That is exciting stuff. All right, let's get the legs back up. All right, this is where we got to be a little careful about stuff shifting. All right, we're going to try it. See what happens with the truck. The roller should let the tire go. Yep, that's great. Now that we're on, we need to get chains on everything. The Can-Am is just barely on. That may not even be able to get a chain. We'll throw this one on just in case. Yep, I think that Can-Am might not be secured down. Well, we're gonna have to drive slow. All right, time to get into the Ken. All right, let's get in here. And away we go. This thing is so slick. Clean. Looks good. Love the big rear window. Let's see about getting her loaded up. Have to remember with this trailer, we have to drop the legs once we're attached, so to get back out and make sure everything's copacetic. Alright, that seems good. Let's get back out. See, this is the legs have to come up after we're loaded. Alright, we should, if we can sneak in underneath the Can-Am real quick, should be able to throw a couple of wide load flags on this one. That one may be tough to get to. The one at the back can be tough to get to. There we go. Nailed it. And that one's out. Perfect. Oh, maybe we can't get the one on the other side. Maybe it isn't too far under the track. Try to, try not to get in trouble the first day we're in town. Save that for the second day we're in town. And one more, just checking all the chains. We are good to go. Alright, we're flagged. Got everything on. Maybe another chain in here. I think that might be a good plan. Got a couple on the case. Yeah, I'm a little worried about the Can-Am. We're just going to take it easy. Shouldn't be driving hard to begin with, but we'll just take it nice and easy. All right. On the road. Let's get our blinker, our flashers, our beacons on. Can see the Can-Am in the mirror, so if there's problems, we'll know right away. So the plan from here is to get up to the field, get the harvester unloaded, drive the pickup truck back, and get the header brought over, and then get right into the field and get to work, guys. It is time to get this field harvested. I have too much to do to be hanging around. I am thinking about the fact that we don't have a way to transport our crop, the wheat, from the field to the farm. I mean, haven't even gotten the silo cleared yet, and I haven't even really had a chance to look at it. So, may run back and grab a trailer for this truck, like a underbelly trailer, just to ensure we have something to put it in. And if we get a larger capacity underbelly trailer, we can store it in there for a day or two. I wouldn't want to leave it in there long term, but we certainly can keep it there until we get the silo checked over, make sure it's empty, make sure it's clean, make sure we get the access to it all loaded up and in the right area so you can actually drive to it. So we'll see. But I'm thinking we'll probably take another trip back and get a trailer with this as well. So we'll have a bit of equipment coming to the farm, get everything all squared up and ready to go. We have so much to buy. Like I said, spent over $1 million. Truck, trailer, harvester, header. Can-Am was 14 grand. That doesn't really affect us very much. Just something to drive around and get to go see places and check on things. I imagine as the farm grows, as the ranch grows, we will likely hire some help on. I could see having a mechanic. I could see having some field work help. You know, once we get a couple of big fields going, I could see needing to have more than just me harvesting. You know, we could hire someone to help tend with the cattle. You know, there are just all kinds of options of what we can do there. So make sure we take this turn nice and wide. Want to keep the truck and the trailer on the straight and narrow. The Can-Am, we have not been driving fast, but the Can-Am is doing well back there. It looks like it may have shifted a tiny bit, but we are on the final straightaway to get everything unloaded. Oh, grinding a gear there, guys. Alright, there we are. Let's get it up and get it rolling. Just about to where we want to be. I think we're going to unload on the grass field up here on the left. Make sure we have plenty of space for the combine to turn around on the field, and I don't see any reason to crowd the field when we have all of this space. So let's get shifted down here, nice and easy coming off the pavement. Yep, just a little bit loose there. All right, throw the brake on, hop on out. Can-Am stayed. Doesn't look like it was happy about it, but it did stay. Alright, legs are going down. That's good news. Now we come in here. Let's go ahead and make sure we get disconnected nice and clean. Excellent. And coming out nice and slow. Perfect. Want to get this guy. I may just turn this guy around. We're going to need to go get a trailer, so just have him staged up over here and ready to go. Be on the road for just a minute here, guys. Leave the beacons on. Don't need to leave the truck idling, though. Oh, truck wants to idle. Not in California, it'll be okay. So, legs are down. Let's get the straps undone. Don't like moving the trailer when things are strapped down. Could put a lot of tension on the frames of the trucks and stuff. The combine harvester should be fine because it's not on a moving part of the deck, but this front part for sure. Yep, there we go. See, everything's got to adjust and bounce a little bit. All right, yep. The truck is on the roller and it's unhappy, so let's get the side-by-side out of here. And, yep, pop it off. This thing will zip. It's pretty quick, too. Look at us. Zoom, heading down. All right. That's out of the way. That's going to be fun and useful. Yeah, the truck with that shifting neck did not like it. I'm glad we didn't have it strapped down. Could have resulted in it getting twisted and torqued and damaged. We got big enough tires on there, even though we slid off the side. Look at that. We're not dragging. We're doing just fine. Okay, let's get in here. Let's get started up. Parking brakes off. Yeah, we're just going to walk right off the trailer like it isn't even here. Again, we'll get this truck turned around, have to head back to the shop and grab the header. And we'll get all that staged up as well. We got several more trips to make, but right now I want to get the AF11 off the trailer. So undo that chain, undo this chain. Should be it. Should be good to go. Climb up and in, and let's get her started up. Looking good, looking good. Look at this cab, guys. Just fantastic. All right. And break off. Keep it nice and square coming off. This is, I'm glad we are not having to transport this guy all over the place. Okay. Pulled up, staged up, and ready to go. Alright. There you go. We are unloaded. Excellent. Well, guys, I'm going to head back to the shop, get the header, and pick up a trailer for the Kenworth so we can unload. And I will be back with you guys when that's done. I think we'll take the pickup truck first. See you guys in a minute. Just getting back with the new trailer. Everything else is set up. Nice Wilson pace setter twin underbelly trailer. Gonna look nice and work well with the trailer. Have our big header up here ready to go. Do want to just give it a quick look over here. Try to just make sure we, you always want to make sure that you get everything done and checked. Even though it's brand new, you want to give things a once over. Make sure that everything is working the way it should and looks right. Don't need to get into absolutely everything, but just take a quick peek. Alright, let's head up and see. Yep, everything there looks good. Alright, you just don't want to have any issues the first time you turn on the harvester. Probably should check the fluids and stuff too, but we're going to just give it a quick once over, trying to get into the field. You know how it is. It never goes exactly as planned. Things are looking good so far. Make sure they didn't tuck the manuals in there or something, get caught in the inner workings and cause a bunch of problems. So, should be good to go. So, let's see what we get here. Taking a quick look. Alright, all the fluids, everything looks good. Engine oil, coolant, hydraulic, transmission, all good. Radiator, air intake, air filter, and the lubrication levels are good. Excellent. Expect nothing less out of a new piece of equipment, but, as I said, you never want to take it for granted. So, get pulled up here, start unfolding the harvester as we go. Alright, let's get that lifted. And then let's get the wheels folded in. That is great news. And yeah, I think we are about ready to go. So let's get in here and lower, turn that on, turn everything in here on. There we are. We are rocking and rolling in the free world. Gotta watch that left edge, make sure we keep that on the field. This is a huge header, guys. Gonna take a little bit getting used to. We will get it done and we will figure it out. So, alright, I do want to get out, just make sure everything's on and working and running. Alright, so we do want to be leaving that straw swath. That is definitely what we need. Yeah, see, we got plenty of room here, plenty of coverage. Let's get the straw swath on, and let's get after it. Get down here to the corner, check it again. Make sure everything's looking good over here. And we are rocking in the free world. Excellent. Love when a plan comes together. Make sure we get all the way out to the edge on that side. There's our straw swath. That's what we wanted. And kick out to the edge here and let it swing around. Yeah. Things are going well. Gotta watch that left edge. We will get all of this wrapped up and done. So guys, this harvest is going well. I love this new machine. Looks great, works great. Getting stuff coming in the back. We are in good shape. Like I said earlier, we're not expecting the wheat to be spectacular on this. Quite frankly, I think it's going to be awful. However, we're here for the straw, so this is really just to make sure we have straw for our first winter. Don't know if it's even going to be enough, but like I said before, we're going to need a combine harvester regardless for corn in a month or two. So if we're going to buy one, we may as well get one and be able to use it for getting the wheat off the field and getting the straw and get that little bit of bonus. If we're going to spend the money anyways, why not? Even if we make 20 grand on the wheat, even if it's almost worth nothing because it's such bad quality, still 20 grand we wouldn't have if we waited to buy it until we got the corn harvest set up. So yeah, it's a bit of a rush the first day, probably not the most critical priority. All right, that is all done. But when it comes to making our money last, and guys, we're going to have to make our money last, even though we're spending it like it's going out of style. When it's gone, and I don't think we have a whole lot of opportunity for bringing cash in quickly, particularly if we're trying to get a cattle ranch set up. So with that in mind, you know, we want to get every benefit we can out of it. So, all right, I am going to throw the rest of this on a time lapse for you guys. We'll get the harvest done and all wrapped up, and then I will see you guys back at the end. We'll probably take a quick drive down and try to get to the cornfield for you guys. All right, see you in a little bit.
There ain't no problem big enough that I can't make it worse. Ain't no whiskey of any proof that I cannot outburn. You can say, hey, go to hell, but it done had its turn. Any place, anywhere out there that's been cursed, I've been there first. I showed up when it was a peaceful little town. A couple weeks and then the troubles tracked me down. And by the time the sheriff finally read me out, there were only ashes left across the ground. There ain't no problem big enough that I can't make it worse. Ain't no whiskey of any proof that I cannot outburn. You can say, hey, go to hell, but it done had its turn. Any place, anywhere out there that's been cursed, I've been there first. Across the country in a stolen pickup truck, made it to Bama when the sirens were catching up. Got 32 in pursuit until they crashed, and the tanker flipped and filled the road with gas. I'm the match. There ain't no problem big enough that I can't make it worse. Ain't no whiskey of any proof that I cannot outburn. You can say, hey, go to hell, but it done had its turn. Any place, anywhere out there that's been cursed, I've been there first. I've been there first. Oh, I've been there first. The future looks dark, dark, darker. Started at the bottom, now I'm underwater. Cause there ain't no rest, try and catch your breath. Cause you ain't seen nothing yet. There ain't no problem big enough that I can't make it worse. Ain't no whiskey of any proof that I cannot outburn. You can say, hey, go to hell, but it done had its turn. Any place, anywhere out there that's been cursed, I've been there first. I've been there first.
The new harvester worked absolutely great. So happy with that setup. Got just under 55,000 liters of wheat off this field, so a terrible harvest, but that's what we expected. We do have straw down, as you guys can see, and we will come back and bale that up sometime soon. For right now, I want to grab the Can-Am, and I want to go look at this cornfield. We've been waiting to do it. We've been looking at doing it, and it's time to go down and do a little explore. So let's head on down and see what we get, and that'll probably be about it for this one. It's been a long day already and still have more time to get stuff done. We're going to have to get more stuff done. Certainly get stuff back to the yard. Can't be leaving stuff out in the fields and on the roads and everything else. So get everything cleaned up here shortly. But for right now, let's zip on through. I did call the guys that were recommended to me by the shop folks to start getting some of this junk cleaned up. They said they could potentially start tomorrow. It is going to be a multi-day cleanup, multiple weeks even potentially. So we have a lot to do, but I told them if we can prioritize getting the shop doors cleared out in front, we should be good to go there pretty quickly. So zipping on down the property, that's where old cow pasture was. Missed that thing. That was a lot of fun. So just past this tree line, we have our corn down here. And yeah, I mean, it looks okay. It's growing, which is always a plus. So let's hop out and take a quick look at the corn. Yeah, there's weeds growing in it. Yeah, there's a bunch of weeds. Doesn't the ground look sort of dry too? I mean, it's growing. It's here, so we'll have to harvest it. Hopefully it'll be half decent, but it's not a well-maintained field, guys. After what we had set up here last time, this is all so incredibly disappointing. But we have fields and we have crops to harvest, and that's better than having nothing in the field, so not going to complain. So that's going to be all for this one, guys. Got a ton of work done. Got the yard all set up around the shop. Have so much more work to do to get the old yard back up and running, or even a vestige of the old yard to even look even similar to what the old yard did. But we can get vehicles and implements pulled in now and at least stored on hard packed gravel, so they're not in the mud and not in the grass and not on other people's properties. We got the barriers cleaned up. We got a bunch of equipment purchased: the truck, 2 trailers, the harvester, and our new Can-Am. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to drop a like and turn on notifications for more videos. Channel memberships are available if you'd like to support my content further, and channel members do get early access to upcoming videos, access to the members-only portion of my Discord, and our 2 servers, our live stream series and our members server over on Lone Star Forex. So from the River Bottom Cattle Ranch, that's all for this one. I'll see you in the next one.
Been gone too long, made my stack time and again. Now I'm heading back to River Bottom. Heat wave shimmer on the road, dusty fields with silent pivots. Another man's dream, not mine. I can smell